Hello everyone, Don here with the update number 2 on my powder coating oven project / oven for plexiglass and what have you. So you can see I've got the window framed in the door, and what I used is this J channel. And what I ended up doing in order to get the glass in and out, there's a hole here you can see for a pop rivet. What I did is this is just all one continuous piece, goes up and around, and this will fold up enough to allow you to slip the glass in place and back down and then pop rivet it. The glass did manage to show up yesterday. FedEx delivered it, so it's kind of a polarized looking thing. It's got some color to it, but that's an actual inside door glass for the oven. And this is the frame. This is the frame for the inside. That one there is actually the outside of the door frame for just a regular piece of glass. And then what I'll do is I'll line the glass with this fiberglass tape. This is all I got left out of 100 feet. And it's just long enough to go around one glass. So I need to order another 50-foot roll of that. I've gone through 2 50-foot rolls, because I still have to, the last thing to do is to seal the door. So I need at least another 50-foot roll to finish that. Okay, now you can see I've installed the heating elements. One pop rivet down there. Like I said, I made those 2 little fiberglass socks to go around the elements. You can kind of see the phrase sticking out there. And then there's 2 pop rivets holding it to the walls. So nice and steady. Same thing on both sides. Single pop rivet there in the middle, and then the insulation sticking up around where they're about 3 inches long. Same thing, these are pop riveted into place here. Okay, I had one fellow ask what I was going to do for hanging the parts, and what I'm going to do is, I've got some of this J channel left. I'm going to literally take it, put it up in here, inch or 2 below the top of the cabinet, and I'll pop rivet that in place probably about every 3 inches. And what that do is it'll leave this little lip. I'll put one of these on both sides. And the idea is then you can take a piece of steel angle and catch this track. Basically you have a piece of steel angle and it'll catch the track like so. And then the steel angle will have cross pieces welded to it to the other side. And then the idea is you can slide that whole frame out of the cabinet, take it over, hang it on your thing to spray your powder coat, bring it back, and slide it into the track on both sides. So that'll take, it's only going to be pop riveted basically to the sheet metal. But if I do about every 3 inches, it should have plenty of strength. You're talking 30-inch span, 2 sides. You should be able to hold some pretty good weight on that. If not, I can reinforce it later, but generally a lot of the stuff you're going to do is going to be lightweight parts, maybe some wheel rims. But anything real heavy, it'll probably hold up well. If not, I'll figure out some other route. If I have to, I can just put a lag bolt up through the roof, up through the top, and put a metal brace across the top to support the weight in the future if needed. So what I need to do is order another roll of the tape. And so you can see here, move this back, get a better view with the lighting. And you can see how this door is all taped up, because this last door skin here is going to get attached to here. And since this is the inside of the cabinet, this will prevent any heat soak into the metal framework behind it. So this will all get, the frame will get pop riveted around here, which will tie this in tight, and then around the whole door will be pop riveted. It'll wrap around this side and come around here, and it'll stop here. And this corner here is going to be the hinge, because that'll be the right side of the cabinet. So the plan is to have the hinge down this side. So that's the other side of the door. This side will have the latches on it, so it'll swing open this way. So what I'm going to do is just wanted to show you what the door looks like, because I'm ready now to put the skin on that. So I'll go ahead and get that skinned up today, get the panel cut out, get that glass installed, and get these two little racks installed. And then I can't really do the hinge on the door yet until I get the seal on, because the seal is going to cause the door to push out a little bit, and if I don't put the hinge on right, it could be too tight here when you go to close it, or it could touch there and not touch here. So what I have to do is put the seal around the whole door, put the door on, kind of tape it shut or something, and then put the hinge on it so I get a good fit seal all the way around the whole door. And I still have a few pop rivets to put in down here, so I'll have to use a ruler under here to hold this buckle up so I can get down through here and put a few pop rivets across this, because that's actual floor pan. There's no, as you can see underneath there's no tin. This piece of tin only goes in like 6 inches. That saved me from wasting metal on top of metal for the floor. But this is, like I say, I used up every single piece of sheet metal I bought except for that little strip. Now that I've cut these windows out, I have a piece of that tin left here. Now, excuse me, I just had to go pick up another box of pop rivets this morning, so that's box number 4. So that's 400 pop rivets, and this is a piece of tin I have left over from the window cuts, which may give me enough material to make the control cabinet box. And I may end up taking, I still have some of this little channel left, these little pieces, wherever they were. I got a couple pieces of this 2x4 channel left. I got a piece in the house. I might just make a small box frame out of that and put the sheeting on each side and then put the controller in the face of it. That might be an option. It'd be a little easier than trying to bend up a box out of them pieces of leftover scrap. So for now, I'm going to go ahead and get that sheet on there, get those angles in there, finish pop riveting up that bottom, and that's about as far as I can go after I get the glass in the door. And then I have to wait till I get some more sealant to finish the frame before I can put the hinge on, and basically that's it. After and I may end up working on the controller box. So that's going to do it for now. I'll go ahead and get to work, get this finished, and then I'll come back and finish up this episode of the video. Alright, stay tuned. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. I managed to get the door all skinned, front and back. That's the outside, and this is the inside. Got the glass in. I used some of that high temp sealant around the glass. You can kind of see it. Smeared along here. After it sets up good and dries, I'll take a razor and scrape this all out. But that's the outside of the door. It's all riveted together, ready to go. And the inside, I just got to get a piece of glass cut. But I ran out of fiberglass tape to finish this window and also to finish the door. So I'm going to have to order that up. Alright, as you can see here, I put the channels in place, one on each side. Like I mentioned, I put pop rivets every 3 inches, so that'll be nice and tight. It's a flimsy piece of metal, but if I make my thing so the jig so the metal goes in there and kind of runs along the inside here and runs close to the corner, I feel it'll be plenty strong, because it'll be 2 pieces of angle iron each side, and then I'll have some type of rods or square stock or something going across there, 3 or 4 strips. And that'll just make a frame that you can grab a hold and slide out like an oven rack. But it'll catch in this track. And then you just, like I said, you pull that rack out, take it over, put it on your jig, powder coat, bring it back, slide it in, you don't have to worry about anything. So I did take and run a bead up around the corners, along the seam, just put a little stuff on there. And this stuff is actually, it dries kind of like a more hard, brittle material. It's tough to get off your fingers. I was using my finger just to smear it along the seams. But it kind of dries out. It's going to be almost like a, probably like a putty, or not a putty, but a drywall compound or something. Just a high temp. So, alright, I'm at a standstill now. I have to go to Lowe's and have them cut me a piece of glass, order up some new gasket material. And I'm probably going to need another box of rivets. I've already gone through nearly 400 rivets. I only got about 15 left of the box I just bought today. So tomorrow I'll take and work on the control panel box. I'm probably going to end up using some of this material to make a little frame box and then just skin it with this on both sides, or it only really needs one side. One side's actually going to go up against the furnace oven. You know, it'll go in here and probably just pop it on, and you can pull this cover off, and it'll probably be on edge just like this. So the controls will be right here. All there is the PID, master switch, and a light switch. And then the power cord is going to come out the bottom, so I still have to assemble that. I did buy a plug, a 50 amp plug. It's still in house. I bought a cord and a plug that's rated for 50 amps. So that's going to do it for this video. I'll go ahead and put this together. There's the piano hinge and the rest of that channel. That's what I got left over. So I'll go ahead and throw this video together, get that up tonight, and it'll be a few days before I can finish this. I can get the glass, but I can't put it in until I get the insulation, the fiberglass tape. So I'm kind of at a standstill now until I get those two items. Like I said, I can make the box, so I should have that done by the time I get the tape to finish up, and then I can put the door on, put the hinge on, get the latches on it, plug it in, and see if it works. Alright folks, as always, feel free to leave any comments, questions, or concerns, and I'll answer them as they come along. And like always, appreciate you guys taking your time to watch my videos. And once this oven's done, I'll go ahead and get back on the Corsair projects and get some updates coming for that. Alright, this weekend's only been like 35, so it's kind of cool out here, but it's manageable. Alright folks, this is Dan O'Donnell out.